Good morning, good morning. Happy September, my epic peeps. How are you? I am so grateful to be here. My name is Samantha, and I'm coming to you on behalf of EPIC. EPIC stands for Empowering People and Inspiring Community. And I am the co creator and co publisher of EPIC Tri County CT, which is a multifaceted platform of positive media. What that means is that my co creator, Lisa, and myself co-create a beautiful print publication. That's one of the facets of this beautiful epic um, community that we're creating. So right now, we're getting ready to distribute today and throughout the rest of this week our September and October issue. We're so excited. Epic also has social media platforms. You can find us and information about us on that. Our website, www.epictricountyct.com. And you can always email Lisa or myself at Samantha at epictricountyct.com or Lisa, which is Lisa S. at epictricountyct.com. And I've mentioned Lisa a couple times in the intro, and without Lisa, none of this would be possible. She is always working behind the scenes and wearing a few different hats. One being our commentator. Can't even talk today. Our commentator. So let Lisa know that you're here. Let her know. Just say hi. Say how you're doing. Um, Give us a like and definitely share Epic Interviews Tuesday through Thursday with your friends and family. So, again, my name is Samantha. I'm grateful to be here. It's hard to believe it's September, and September is an important month for Lisa and I and Epic Tri County CT. It is our 1 year anniversary, and to look back on the journey of the past year is amazing, for one. Um, it has been really educational, transformational, uh, and empowering. And we're excited. We're excited to go into a new year of Epic Tri County CT. So, yeah, I thank you all. None of this is possible without each one of you and our beautiful, conscious community of practitioners, healers, and business owners that come to you through these programs, such as Epic Interviews, also through advertising. Today, I have Daria Davis. Daria has been a guest on our Epic Interviews previously, and I'm excited to have Daria back. Daria is the owner and operator of Enchanted Flower Healing, and she is a beautiful young woman who's passionate and driven to be a change in this world, a change that comes through with a higher vibration of love for others and herself. She exudes compassion for others and herself, and we're so glad to have her here today. So, give me a second while I bring Daria forward and we affirm all of our angels are here and our guides with the technology. And I can see you today.
Hi.
Hi. I have to let everybody know Daria cannot see me. So even this is a live program, we improv. She stepped up to the plate and she said, you know what, we're gonna do this just the way it is. So I'm grateful that you're stuck with me and that you're stuck with Apple. And I know a little bit about you and your business, Daria, but can you tell our viewers, those that are watching now and later, who you are, what Enchanted Flower Healing is, and how it came about?
Yes. So for since I was a small child, I always knew that I was very different. Um, from when I was a small child, well, when my mom had me when I was born, I died, and that caused me to have a lot of learning challenges and struggles growing up. And I think how I got into my business was, ever since I was a small kid, all the challenges that I faced, just being different and not fitting into society was a real struggle for me. And, but one connection that I always had was a strong connection with my grandfather. And one thing that I love to do for my grandfather and for myself is I like to draw flowers all over, my school papers and, flowers all over the place. And one day I decided to draw a flower for my grandfather. And I was a little apprehensive to give him this flower because, people, because I learned differently. People in school would, the teachers would grade my work immature and would grade me poorly, but I decided to do it anyway and to draw him this flower. And it meant so much to him that he hung it in his office until the day he died in 2010. Wow. And I always knew that I could hear spirit in him. There's another amazing connection I have to spirit, but we can talk about that a different time. But in 2016, I had a spiritual awakening experience, which led me to getting into doing Reiki and energy healing. And I kind of pieced my life together of, I'm different. What does that mean? And so in 2016, all the puzzle pieces started to come to me of who I was and how I'm meant to change the world. And so it led me to doing Reiki and energy healing. And so by the time I was able to become a Reiki master, it was time to create the name of the business that I wanted to choose. And so I had a vision. My grandfather came to me in a vision and told me to keep drawing my flower and to perfect what I already know, because I already would put myself down about my art and didn't think I was good enough. And so I stopped doing it for a long time, and he encouraged me to keep doing that flower, and he encouraged me to use that in my business. And he encouraged me to understand, and the spirit helped me to understand that the model of my business is to inspire other people to know, despite against all odds, if you were born with a learning challenge and died when you were born, that against all odds you can do anything that you set your heart and mind to. And that's really just what my business is about and how I got started. And everything is just coming together now, and I'm doing chakra life coaching and all that stuff. So I'm just really want to get that word out to people.
I love it. I'm so glad that you're part of the EPIC community, and I honor you for your honesty and your authenticity. And I know without a doubt that you had mentioned earlier in a private conversation. I'm just going to say, I'm not disclosing anything that you wouldn't want to know, but change the world is something that you said. And you are changing the world right now. You've changed your world, and hence that vibration and that ripple that you are is changing and uplifting everybody that you come in contact with. And your business, Enchanted Flower Healing, your website is beautiful. We'll be sharing that. The pictures that Teresa took of you really, really show your true essence. That you are a flower yourself. You're beautiful. You're very connected to spirit. When I'm with you, even remotely, virtually, there's just fairies all around you, just playing, and that is a spirit that I see around you. So I know it hasn't been easy. We've talked personally too. It hasn't been easy, and I know that we wanted to talk on compassion and self-love. Can you share a little bit with our viewers about what your take is on that, and how you might be able to help them with their own self worth and self-love issues?
Yes, I think working on yourself is so fundamentally important. It is an aspect that, I talk to a lot of people who don't really work on themselves, and I see them suffering, and I've asked them individually. I have a good friend that I'm thinking of, and he's having some health issues, and I asked him. I said, do you love yourself? And he said to me, "Oh, yeah, I do." And I'm like, oh, I'm thinking in my head, I don't know. A lot of people feel that they love themselves, but they don't really understand what that means. And to love yourself unconditionally means to work on letting go of limiting beliefs that you have about yourself from a young childhood. It says that when we're young when we're young children, from ages like 7, I think 7 to a certain 7 to 8, in that
Yes.
age range, we learn our limiting beliefs about ourselves, and that's really what we need to work on letting go. And so I working on myself is something that I'm very passionate about. I do EMDR therapy. I work with a therapist one-on-one each week to work on stored emotion that's been locked in my body. And because we don't realize when we're not allowed to talk about emotion, when we are being stifled, or when we just ignore our feelings, they don't really disappear. They just get lodged in our bodies. And we have to not only heal our minds, but heal our bodies too. And a lot of people don't understand what that really means. And it's really releasing that trauma of your past. And so I've been doing that. And I also do naturopathic medicine. I see a naturopath and I work with him, and I do various different healers to help me to work on the love that I have for myself. I do meditations every day. I set my intention for each day. I've been journaling, and I just make it, that's my number one job, is to keep working on myself and letting go each day of things that no longer serve me for my highest good.
Mm-hmm. And that helps you to bring forward to your clients and customers the truest Daria, as a fellow healer and woman. I know that working on ourselves is one of the most important things that we can do. And just because we are healers and passionate about spirituality and Reiki, it really all starts with here. We're not above anybody else. We're not different than anybody else. We have the same baggage. We carry the same issues. And by you working on yourself, right, and peeling away those layers, that that is exposing your true self, and that's what you bring to your clients to help them do the same. Um, and that's beautiful. Now you practice Reiki. I know Reiki. How and what if you had mentioned chakra life coaching? To me,
Yes,
that's
I
similar
just
in a way. Can you tell us how that is like a self love type um, practice?
yes. So you want me to explain my chakra life coaching? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and tie
Okay.
it into how that would help me or anybody coming to you practice self love, having that part of um, their self care routine. How does that work into self care? Talk about the chakra coaching.
So I just want to start off by saying, like, so with my Holy Fire Reiki sessions, I'm able to, identify each chakra that's blocked. And in the chakra life coaching, I help you to unblock it. But I think too, I started to really study chakras. I started to write blogs about chakras, and it kind of got me thinking about a lot of things and different perspectives. Different perspectives that I didn't think about before, of how the different energy centers can really affect your body. So I started getting fascinated by the chakras when I was researching it. And I'm like, wow, I never really noticed that before within inside myself. With certain chakras, if one chakra's off, another might be off too. And that if your third eye chakra is, off or imbalanced, and you're not grounded, or you're not grounded, and this chakra can become out of balance. And I didn't realize how that really interplayed. And so I started to really do the research, and I noticed it really affected my moods. It helped me to stay grounded and helped me to understand what it feels like to be ungrounded. Because a lot of people, when we say to people, oh, you're not grounded, and a lot of people are like, huh, what does that mean? Like, I'm not grounded. And it really just means that, like, you're in constant worry and fear and not letting go of, the anxiety feelings that you feel. And that's when you're in that flight or fight, not knowing what to do. That's being ungrounded. And we can become dizzy or faint if we are not grounded, and we are just not living in the present moment. So not a lot of people are aware of that. And so I decided after, studying it so much, I fell in love with it. And I started to incorporate that into my life coaching after I just got certified to be a life coach in March. And I decided that I wanted to make it about my business because it helped me so much finding the love that I have for myself. And so, I just want to help other people to learn what it feels like or understand what it feels like to be ungrounded and how to fix that within inside themselves, or what does it mean to, have a blocked sacral chakra or any of those. And it really does affect your overall health and well-being.
It does. When I first started on this path years and years ago, well, it's only been about 10 years, the chakras were one of the first springboards for this entire journey. That was one of the first classes that I taught. I dove right into them. I love them. And just now talking with you reminded me that I need to take a look at a few things that are going on within that energy center of the chakras, that energy system of it, because it's a system. If your root is out, like you said, it's going to create imbalance somewhere else in the chakra body, in the energetic body. So the chakra life coaching and combined with the Reiki, you kind of bring a whole deal of self-care and self-love that people can contact you for, and you'll guide them through it. Yes.
Yes.
Love it.
And I'm also I decided to, for my own self, to help me to stay grounded, because there's been so much going on within society that, can get very ungrounding listening to. So I started to do my own meditations, and I started to create just my own meditations for people. And I got into doing sound healing, and I absolutely love sound healing, which I include that into my, Reiki and chakra life coaching, is meditations. And I'm open to doing, different discussions with meditations at different events. But I just find that when I play the bowls, I don't know, something comes over me and I start really getting in tune with my higher self. And it's like my higher self really comes out, and I can channel spirit more when I play the bowls. And I don't know, I just feel like things come out of my mouth, and I'm like, wow, that's so amazing. The bowls really soothe me, and I have a root chakra bowl, and I love to put my feet up against the root chakra bowl when I just feel out of alignment with my root chakra, and just the vibration it gives off just is so amazing. And I would love to share that with more people, my sound healings as well.
Yeah, I saw. I see that you're at the bridge quite often. Is it Thursday nights that you're over there sometimes?
Well, I just started to do that. That's run by somebody else, but they have different events each week, and they asked me to do one event. And I'm looking forward to doing more events there, and sound healing and discussion events there as well as other places. I've been getting offers, and there's some other events in the works for different meditations and discussions on various topics of how to ground yourself, like what is going on in our world right now, and how to love yourself, and all about chakra balancing as well.
I love it. I see you blossoming right now. I'm very visual, and I see you blossoming. Would you be comfortable just sharing a little bit of the root chakra bowl, the crystal bowl that you have sitting?
Sure.
Okay.
I can also play too. I have a crown chakra bowl, and I'm still working on figuring out, me and my fiance, who's an amazing part of my life. He helps me in my business, and he's getting into animal Reiki himself. We've been trying to figure out the tone of this other bowl that I have, but I'm not exactly sure the frequency of this bowl. But I have a crown chakra bowl, a root chakra bowl, and a heart chakra bowl. So I would love to just play some sound for you before we end this call. I would love to do that for you.
I would love to receive it. And I know that our viewers now, and also on the recording, will hear you. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to play with the screen here. Yep, there we go. I wanted to see you. There we go.
I don't know if the viewers can really see the bowls, but I'm just gonna play them. I was just trying to get the best camera angle to get all the bowls, but I'm not sure if I can get it. So I'm just gonna play them.
It's perfect.
Display.
Yeah, it's perfect the way it is. We're so honored to receive this sound from Daria from Enchanted Flower Healing. And whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna play. Get very comfortable, either sitting or laying down. With your eyes closed, set your intention for the next few moments to become free from any thoughts, any distractions, anything about the world around you. In this moment, in this very moment, is about you. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold your breath for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale. Exhaling what is no longer serving you for your highest good. Observe any sensations in the body. Any tensions and frustrations. Allow them to melt away. Take a deep breath in. Nice deep breath. I want you now to imagine the mind wide, staircase, just for you. As your foot touches the first step of the staircase, away with the centric foot and walk is open and down. Feel the sun, love, something. Let's go right to the second step of this beautiful staircase. Butterflies gently dance all around you, kissing your cheeks. By the third step, you slide deeper into space. Feel relaxation. Learn to take a fourth step down, letting yourself come. So gentle. So take a sip. The final step up the stairs. You enter into the rose garden, the most beautiful place. As we walk more down this path, you see the healing lights of the place. And so right this um, healing lights towards all the answers, all the frustrations, tensions, allow it to come to take another my child, you will always love everything you have no matter how much challenge and unfair thing and you to make you the person that you are today, strong, brave, and resilient. And let's keep breath, release tension, all sleeping, and someone can allow yourself to relax physically, allow your eyes to shut physically. You tell yourself today, I love you, I love you unconditionally. Thank you so much for having me.
That was beautiful. I can only imagine what it's like to be outside or in a larger room all together and having your energy just saturating the area. You're beautiful. And I know that those that are watching now and that will watch later will receive exactly what they're supposed to. We've shared all your information. Um, that was beautiful. And it just now, are you seeing people in person or are you doing everything virtually right now, Daria?
I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm open to doing things at the bridge in person. It's whatever people are comfortable with. Sanitize the room. I have my On Guard doTERRA hand spray, and I wear my face mask. And I do see someone now in person, and I wear a mask and I spray myself. But I also do virtual. I think that's kind of a great avenue to offer people, is that the avenue of, if someone's really far away, they don't have to drive so far. So I definitely want to always keep virtual as an option.
Beautiful. As we begin to wrap up, I want to thank you again. Please, if anybody is looking to connect with Daria, whether it be for the Holy Fire Reiki or chakra work, sound healing, life coaching, whatever it is, you can reach Daria at her website, which is www.enchantedflowerhealing.com. We've shared that here. This video will also be uploaded onto YouTube for you to watch later, share with a friend. And to close this out, Daria, I'm going to open a book here that I have. And it is a book of different quotes. It's like a compilation of a bunch of quotes, and we're going to ask our angels, fairies, and guides for a message for you. Open
Thank
it
you.
up, and this says, "Throw your dreams into space like a kite, and you do not know what it will bring back. A new life, a new friend, a new love, a new country." And that's from Anise Nin. So that's for you. Throw your dreams into space like a kite, because coming back to you is all beautiful things, because you're giving out all beautiful things. So I want to thank you again. I want to thank our viewers. I want to thank Lisa. I want to thank Lori. I want to thank everybody. And we'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 11 a.m. for another special epic interview. And until then, beloveds, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay true to you, stay tuned, and peace out, Epic Scouts. Thank you. Thank you, Daria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.